I'm Tom Layson, and this is a Northwest Now Digital Extra. Well, the numbers for 2022 are in, and the Pierce County Economic Index is down 1.5%, with income, spending on cars, retail sales, and real estate all down, and unemployment starting to creep up a little. Still, though, despite interest rate hikes, the consumer and housing, while down, have hung in there, and we really haven't seen the local economy aggressively roll over yet. One of the bright spots has been the Port of Tacoma, where several new boat building operations are hiring skilled workers, including a company called Safe Boats. Inside a nondescript gray metal building at the end of the peninsula formed by the Heilbos and Blair waterways at the Port of Tacoma, the crew at Safe Boats is hard at work on the largest vessel the company has ever built, the 85-foot-long Mark VI patrol boat, being readied for use by the Ukrainian Navy.
It will be armed with MSI 30mm cannons. It also is capable of being armed with a number of other both remotely operated and crew-served weapons. It's basically a small warship. It's been in service with the U.S. Navy. The Ukrainian Navy will be the first foreign military to operate the Mark VI patrol boat, but is a fairly heavily armed, extremely capable multi-mission boat. So it can be used for infrastructure protection, for escort, for special forces. Really, it's a kind of Swiss Army knife of boats.
A half dozen of these Mark VI patrol boats will be sent overseas to protect Ukrainian assets from the Russians, just part of the largest backlog of boat building in Safe Boats' 25-year history, and perhaps the start of a new line of business for the recently reopened Tacoma plant.
The nice thing about the Mark VI patrol boat for Safe is that it is now the stepping stone to other large craft that we expect to build here in the Port of Tacoma. So we're looking at other larger patrol boat programs for the U.S. as well as for foreign militaries. We're also investing heavily in pursuit of vessels to support the emerging offshore wind industry. So there's going to be an explosion of demand for vessels built in the United States to serve offshore wind farms.
It was the Mark VI contract that allowed Safe Boats to reopen in Tacoma. And when you listen to company CEO Richard Schwartz, it's clear the economic development machine in Pierce County has been firing on all cylinders.
Tacoma offered both proximity to kind of the West Sound and Kitsap County workforces. So we have access to a broad set of skills and people in this area. The Port of Tacoma was very supportive and had a facility that was available that was close to the water to allow us to launch and retrieve vessels, and also a facility that had the size and the infrastructure to support building vessels like the Mark VI patrol boat.
Schwartz says the company has suffered through higher prices and long wait times for materials, but has adapted with longer-term planning and purchasing, and early indications are that 2023 will see materials prices flatten. With boats delivered to 70 countries now, business has been good enough to interest employees in an ESOP, an employee stock ownership plan. That's part of the company's overall plan to work with local high schools, community and technical colleges, and consulting organizations on skills development and building the local workforce. That is the top priority for 2023.
Workforce is critical for Safe Boats. We have about 240 people today. We expect to be about 300 people by the end of this year. And most of those new employees will be here in the Port of Tacoma working in this facility. So finding skilled tradespeople, the craftspeople who really build our boats, is a big challenge for us. So both proximity to a workforce in this area, but also that support from local agencies and entities to help us with training and recruiting is critical, because we can get materials, we have the facility, but if we don't have those skilled craftspeople, we're not building boats.
To see our full discussion about the Pierce County economy, be sure to look in the Northwest Now digital section of kbtc.org. Northwest Now airs Friday nights at 7:30 right here on KBTC, and be sure to look for more digital stories like this one by following us on Facebook and Twitter at Northwest Now.